Hello guys, this is Sun. In this video, we're gonna talk about elephants and elephant taming. And I was so excited to make this video because, when I first started 3 or 4 weeks ago, I don't remember the launch date anymore. And when I first started, I heard that there are elephants in this game and you can tame and ride them and you can use them as weapons. As tanks in the combat in both PvE and PvP. I was so excited about it, but as a new starting player, I was I was even amazed by taming horses and breeding them because I was an Arc player and I love Arc, even the PvE side of it, and actually I played a lot of PvE, not the PvP. And taming dinosaurs and other animals in Ark and using them for warfare and farming and other stuff, it was quite amazing. I love animals in real life too, so and any game that includes taming just amazes me. So yeah, it was it. I was so excited, and yesterday I was able to tame one, and with help from my 2 friends. And I don't know if I must say that I was disappointed. I'm not really disappointed right now, but I was expecting more. But I will leave my comments to the end of the video. I will let you know them in the end. And actually, I don't wanna direct your emotions and feelings and thoughts. I don't wanna create prejudices. So you will decide in the end with me, and I really want to hear your comments. Anyways, let's start. How and what you gonna need for taming an elephant? Well, yeah, first of all, you're gonna need a giant cage and a gate. You can craft it in the architecture bench. And it's quite easy. I'm not gonna give the details about it, what you're gonna need, and you can just check it in the recipes tab when you press I. So it's really easy. I'm not gonna smother you with those details. So let's say you got the cage. So what's next? What you gonna do? Well, taming an elephant or a rhino, I tried both. But I'm just gonna talk about elephants because I will give my note. Rhinos are terrible. Don't tame them until they get a buff. Okay, let's get back to the elephants. So, taming an elephant, and it depends on the level of the creature and your taming skill. But let's take all the numbers that I'm gonna say as average numbers. It can change, it can go down, it can go up for you. It depends on a lot of variables like your taming skill, your guild's buff, obedience buff, and the level of the elephant. It's its torpidity stat, its fullness stat. It depends on a lot of variables. So let's get to the food part quickly. So there are 4 types of taming foods. The first one is the coarse dry fodder. The second one is coarse tender fodder. Third one is the fine dry fodder, and the fourth one, the best one, is the specially made dried fodder. So you are gonna need a lot of them, tons of it. I can't tell you the numbers, but for example, for the fourth one, the specially made dried fodder, you're gonna need at least 2,000, and it's the best case scenario. So let me say you need 2.5k of them. It's a lot because one of them takes 1 minute to craft. So if you're gonna craft specially made dry fodder, you're gonna need 2,500 minutes to craft it. So you have to start crafting and preparing I don't know, 4 days, 5 days before. If you decide to do the other stuff, the other food, the low level ones, you're gonna need more of them. But the crafting times, the materials they need, it changes. So the experience for everyone will be different. So what were we talking about? We talked about the cage, we talked about the food, and as I said, don't worry, all the food just works fine. It doesn't matter, it doesn't affect anything. It affects the taming time, it affects the elephant's level when when it is tamed, but you'll see the difference in a spreadsheet that I prepared. So, assuming you're ready, you put the cage down, you got the food, enough food, I have to say, and you're ready to tame the elephant. But before that, just putting down the cage the location of the cage is very important. My base is on the northwest of the map, so I'm kind of close to the high-level elephants. Actually, I was just 1.5 kilometers away from the spawn point, so it was decided for me. I have to put the elephant cage next to my base and lure the elephant by just attacking it, aggroing it again and again. And I did it. You can just put the cage next to an elephant spawn, but it won't work because you gotta do a lot of things in your base. You have a life. You can live there, and it takes according to my calculations. Actually, it's kind of a ballpark figure, so it's gonna take 5 hours depending on your taming skill. I had 600 when I started, and I had 715 when we finished. It was something like that. So you will eventually run out of food if you don't have 5,000. So you put the cage, you decided to lure an animal. All you have to do is just shoot at it, hit it with another weapon, or just use your fists and keep the aggro and let them run to the cage. And there's a little tip I can give you. When you run on a moderate speed, just don't gallop or just don't walk with the horse. Just keep the distance stable between you and the elephant, and just run in the same speed. So it will aggro for like 30 seconds to 1 minute. Otherwise, when you just go away, they just decide not to follow you. And another thing that I'm gonna tell you is if you enter a water source like river or a pond or anything like that, they just de-aggro. They stop following you. So if there's a river between your base and the elephant spawn, you have to use a bridge to get them across. It was so bad. If they could swim after me, I could have tamed it in less. I don't know. The round would take less. So you just have to do it. Yeah, all you have to just do is just keep it and just make him follow and lure him to the cage. So you put him in a cage, you're ready to tame it. First of all you have to do is just knock him out. Depending on your one-handed skill level, the club you are using, and it will take around 30 to 40 times, 40 hits to knock him out. So when you knock him out, it gets easier. Just put the food in the inventory. But I must say, I didn't count because it literally took 10 hours. It was supposed to take 5 hours for me, but something happened and the food was not, enough for us. So we have to craft food while I was taming it. So it took 10 hours, and you have to knock him out for like 80 to 100, something like that. It's quite a lot, and every knockout takes 4 minutes, give or take. Again, it depends on the level and the stats of the elephant, but in average, it's knocked out for 4 minutes. And yeah, just rinse and repeat. Just knock him out, put the food in, he wakes up, knock him out again, and after the first knockout, all you have to do is just hit it for like 4 or 5 times to knock him out. So it's easy, gets easier. Then do it again and again. Well, let's talk about the food. As I said in the beginning, there are 4 types of fodders that help you tame an animal. You can see the names. This is a basic spreadsheet. I just have made it to find the most efficient one, but yet I couldn't find it. But let's see. So every food has 3 stats. Actually, two of them has 4, but the most important ones are the fullness and the obedience. Experience is kind of important because it determines the level of the animal when it's tamed. But let's put it aside because there are a lot of things in this equation, so I don't want to make it really chaotic. So let's see. Fullness and obedience are the most important ones in my opinion, and every food has different stats for them. For example, coarse dry fodder, it's really easy. You just use grass and bark to craft it, and its crafting time is 4 seconds, and it gives 52 point, let's say 53 obedience. It's quite good. You know, you can just craft 4 of them in 16 seconds and you will get the obedience more than the special made dry fodder. But it's not that simple. So you can see its fullness is close to 4 points. So giving the elephant this one, and oh god, it's kind of confusing when English is not your first language, but please forgive me. So 4 of them in 16 seconds equals to nearly 12 fullness, and just one specially made dried fodder is 10.5. So it will make the elephant, it will make the fullness bar go up faster when you feed him with this. So you will get a lot of obedience, but you will have less amount to feed him because of the fullness, because you have to, the elephant should go starving, should get hungry to eat those. So there's a little balance between them. So the obedience is a lot, and when you put the crafting time into the equation, but the fullness is, you know. Anyways, I'm sorry. I will get to the results. So the elephant I was taming was 56. It was level 56. So it was being knocked out for 4 minutes. So I had 4 minutes of time. So, and this is fullness, by the way, fullness of the elephant, the average number. So in order to fulfill the 582 fullness, I need to feed him with 151 dry fodders, and on the other hand, special made dry fodder, it took just 56. Yeah, 56 means 56 minutes in real life, but in 4 minutes, the best one gives 11,300 obedience, and the easy one to make gives nearly 8k. So there's a big difference between them. So if you had this question, which one should I have used or should I be using, it should be the special made dry fodder. That's all. But the crafting time is 61 seconds. It's a lot. It's a lot bad. That's why I tell you, you have to get prepared days before when you decide to tame an elephant. You can do it with, you know, coarse dry fodder or coarse standard fodder, because you can craft them while you're taming the elephant, but it will give less obedience, so it will take a lot longer to tame it. Let's see the difference between them. Yep, 42%. It is 42% better. So yeah, making these ones are really important. Well, yeah, we tamed it, so let's see if it's worth. Well, just when I get home, I saw a tiger. You know, I live in a tiger neighborhood, and I had to just try the elephant in versus tiger. So I was kind of afraid. I was hesitating because I didn't want to lose the elephant, because I was gonna edit the video. But then I got my balls of steel and just just went in. As you can see, I hit like 1.5k. It's not bad, and the tiger was going down, but there was a little situation going on here. I didn't realize at first. My stamina has been depleted after 5 or 6 hits, so that sucked. My attack stopped, and my elephant was taking the same amount of damage that I was dealing to the tiger. So I was kind of going down. I got chickened out. No, I didn't chicken out. I stayed there like a boss. So I kept hitting until my stamina replenishes. So eventually I killed it, but it costs a lot. The amount of HP, the hit points the elephant lost was, bah, man, it was so bad. And the durability of the armor, and it takes a lot of stuff like tenacious leathers. It just didn't worth it. It lost more than a half of the durability. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing, but let's see my purple quality warrior, what he can do against a tiger. So, as I said, I live in a tiger neighborhood. There was another tiger after 5 minutes, so I took out my warrior to have a run, to have a walk. Anyways, and you will see, it will just crush the tiger in 4 or 5 or maybe 3 hits, I don't remember. I'm recording without watching the actual footage. Anyways, let's see the performance against the level 60 bandit camp. Well, I didn't leave my warrior because I was skeptical about the power or the overcoming ability of the elephant. So first I need to make the area safe for my little jumbo. So, as you can see, I sent my warrior away to do the elites and the normal ones, and yeah, the elephant couldn't pass this test too. It was hitting like 500. It's my damage with a good polearm. When I hit the 60 elites, I just hit the same amount of damage right now, and I know that if I increase my level, I will hit a lot more than this. I don't know, guys. Let's get to the closing points. Closing thoughts. Taming an elephant in a most efficient way will take like 4 to 5 hours. It doesn't include the preparation stage, like for the cage, for the food, and you know, just for the obedience to get full. So you will spend 5 hours, and then you will use resources to make an elephant armor. Right now, there's one option, and if you take it, and its speed is 500 with the armor. It's quite slow. It is fun when you press space continuously. It just jumps funnily. It's so funny. You should see it, but I didn't record it. Yeah, I will never tame an elephant until they get a buff. And let me tell you this, rhinos are worse. I hope you liked this video, and I love making videos, and I love making videos about myth of empires. If you like this video, or if you have a little love for me, just press like, subscribe, and be a brother of mine. See you in the next video.